Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be showing you my EY experience days 4 and 5. I hope that this video will give you some insight into what a consulting project looks like, what you might be experiencing, and of course, like always, some top tips. Good morning everyone. Today is day 4 of my experience at EY. It is day 3 of me actually working on projects. I'm just on my way to work. I usually start work at 9. Today I will be continuing on from yesterday's project. Yesterday I didn't update you after I was finished, but basically I got done with putting my research into a PowerPoint format, and we were advised and given feedback in making it more visual. They said that they always advocate using icons, so I made sure that I made it more visual and more engaging by adding icons and images, etc. I do think that it improved a lot, so I would recommend that you also use these strategies to make your presentations more engaging. A top tip and a lesson learned here is to use icons and visuals to make your presentations more visually appealing. So in consulting, you're most likely going to receive a task to either support a PowerPoint or do it yourself from scratch. And a key here is to ask where you can find a pack full of example icons or visuals. Usually, from my experience of working at multiple Big Fours, there is a pack somewhere or a location somewhere where you can find those branded icons from. So make sure that you ask when you receive a presentation task where these are. I will be bringing you guys a video of how to make a good deck, a high quality deck. What are some things to look out for? I'd really want to bring my experience and my learnings to you guys. But just to give you an example of how simple usage of icons can make it extremely appealing, imagine you have bullet points or paragraphs even where you touch on different things. In front of those each paragraphs, just put an icon. For example, in this case, if it's EY, they usually have them in the EY colors. It might be black, it might be yellow, etc. But based on your presentation's colors, you can put those in front of each paragraph, and instantly that will boost your presentation visually. So that was just a simple example to bring to you of something that I learned at my internship at EY, of a simple but very impactful way of making presentations more visually appealing. Today I will be continuing on with the same project, but I will be basically with my team member doing a summary of what we have found yesterday, kind of like an executive summary, explaining what the technology is, which countries use it, how is it used, why, etc. Just a summary of all of the findings, and then we will be done. So I'm expecting that we should be done with this project by noon. I'm also going to reach out to someone else to see if I can do projects within another area, which will be management consulting. So let's see if I will be able to manage to get that. I arrived into the office and started working on the executive summary. I had my meeting with someone from management consulting team, but they said their project requires Greek language, so I wasn't able to support them. Later on in the day, I was informed that we will be presenting our findings from the research about electronic IDs to the wider team of seniors tomorrow, so I had to get preparing for that. And today's lunch was one of my favorites, couscous and yogurt. Hi guys, I am very sorry that I haven't been able to update you as much as I wanted. Yesterday I came home and then I didn't have electricity and for a few hours. And then I had coding classes which took 2 hours from 8:30 to 10:30 because of the time difference. And today I am getting ready for a presentation. It's about to start in 5 minutes. I'm very nervous because a partner is gonna be there. We're a director of consulting, so I'm very, very nervous right now, but I'm good at pretending I'm not, so let's see how it will go. I'm really nervous. Okay, it's gonna be fine. We're just basically gonna summarize what we have been doing this past week, what we have achieved, and then they will be giving us feedback, Q&A session, etc. There will be a bunch of people from technology consulting, so let's see how it will go. I'll see you guys later, and then I will also update you what I did yesterday. See you. Guys, I just finished my presentation. I thought it went fine. I was talking confidently, as I mentioned before, whilst I'm sweating. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm so sweaty right now. Whilst I'm sweating and like shaking, I drank water, and while I was putting it down, I was like, despite shaking and sweating and everything and being so nervous, I think I managed to always just reflect that I'm confident through my tone of voice. So if you guys want, I can make a video about how to look confident during presentations when you're not. We actually couldn't get through the whole thing because of time limitations, but it went fine, it went well. So while I'm here, might as well just give you guys a summary of what I did yesterday. So yesterday I continued along the task that I was doing the day before, which was basically formatting the presentation and also gathering more insights. So for example, I looked at success factors, I looked at like definitions and like created a slide on like what the technology is, how it is used, etc. I looked at its benefits and challenges. So stuff like that I did yesterday, and then I formatted the whole presentation, and I was actually quite proud with how it turned out. I think it looks very professional and quite creative, I might say. So I am quite happy with it. I'm looking forward to the feedback. And I would recommend you guys, if you also have a similar presentation that you have to do at the end of your week during your internship, just make sure you know everything in and out, because they did question us. Make sure you know everything from the images as well. So I had put an image, for example, to display something about the technology, basically the fact that the technology has a lot of templates that you can use. So I put an example template of a graph, and then they asked me, what does this graph do? Like, what does it represent? And I actually didn't know. I just put it because it looked nice and it was like an example for me. But then thankfully, one of the employees actually knew what it was doing, so he suggested it, but I should research into that and get back to him. We talked about how you can make your presentations more visually appealing by adding visuals or icons, etc. But in this case, where I added a visual, the visual that I added was a representation of a graph. So in my task, just as a reminder, I was comparing different types of technologies, different types of softwares. And to provide an example of what that software provides, which were templates, I added a screenshot of it. And I was questioned about what that screenshot, what that specific graph, what entailed. And this is something that you might be asked about if you have a similar presentation and you put a visual in there that you're not too sure of. So just make sure that when you put in a visual or a graphic that represents a graph or an element of the software, that you know what that graph is referring to, because you might be asked about it. A good way to overcome this after you've done your research and understood what the image entails is to put a little description at the bottom of the graph, perhaps in italics, explaining what the graph is showing. That's a good way for you to remember it in your presentation, but also for the user looking at the PowerPoint, for them to instantly understand what that visual is showing them. I really actually enjoyed this because I need to get used to it, because imagine I did it online, right? It was virtual, so nobody actually could tell that I was like shaking and sweating, but in person you can definitely tell. Imagine if I have to like point on the board and then I'm just like shaking the whole time. So I need to practice on calming myself down a bit more during these presentations. And basically today I am gonna start on next week's tasks. As I said, we finished quite efficiently yesterday, which I'm very proud of. And next week's tasks are around data analytics. So we have to learn something about that. I'm not sure exactly what yet, but I will keep you guys updated. And another thing is that today is a 5-hour shift, so 5 hours from whenever you want to do your 5 hours. So we will be finishing early, and we do have a long holiday because Monday is bank holiday. And next week, Tuesday, I will be starting off with strategy. I hope to still be doing the technology consulting projects as well, because I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would. Like, I'm loving what I do. I'm really enjoying this, and I'm very glad that I will do this for my career. Of course, I haven't yet felt the stressful moments of trying to reach a deadline and everything, because I see that the employees, some of them weren't able to, for example, join this presentation, and as soon as the time was up, like, they had to leave and get back to work. And I see how time is so important for them. They don't even go like 1 minute above the time that was set for the meeting. So let's see how that will be when I actually start full-time employment. But I'm glad that I'm taking you guys along this journey. So I hope I can give you insights and help you decide and help you learn. And yeah, see you next time, I guess.